Comcast presents your source for Fayette County High School sports. This is Fayette Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Fayette Prep Rally, your weekly high school sports program featuring the very best Fayette County high school action. I'm Bryan Wise, joined by Nathan Shutter year-round on Comcast Channel 25. Catch us here weeknights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. And Nathan, we are one step closer to the start of the regular season in football. Are you ready?
I'm very ready. It's been great to be out at the practices, seeing these preseason games. It's got me pumped for the regular season. I can't wait till it kicks off this week.
All right, let's get to the highlights. Whitewater is hoping to be a major player in the Region 3 title hunt. They had a great chance to gain some experience taking on East Coweta. Teddy Williams has all the action from Sharpsburg.
Whitewater on the road at East Coweta for their preseason scrimmage. Trey Wofford fields the opening kickoff at his own 15-yard line, shakes a few would-be tacklers, and he is off to the races. 85 yards for the touchdown. Whitewater jumps out to a 7-0 lead. East Coweta would respond. Garrett Schrepfer with the play-action fake and tosses it to LaJuan Johnson. And he battles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And we are all knotted at 7. The Whitewater offense will get to work. John Mark Rhodes slips away from the would-be tackler, finds Jared Vincent wide open in the end zone for 6 to put the Wildcats back on top 14-7. Second quarter, Cats looking for more. Trey Wofford looks to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he keeps the legs churning and somehow pops free for the extra yardage. But the drive would stall with a missed field goal. Indians now up by 7. Alan Merriman finds Quatrez Fenner near the sidelines. He breaks free for the touchdown to put East Coweta up 28-14. Second half, John Mark Rhodes handles the high snap, avoids the rush, and connects with a wide-open Al Sutton. He uses his legs to move the ball inside the red zone for the Wildcats. But later in the drive, Rhodes with the play action. He tries to go over the middle, but it is going to be picked off by Darius Jones to preserve the Indian lead as East Coweta hangs on for a 28-14 victory over Whitewater.
Nathan, no team wants to lose, but what are the positives the Wildcats can take away from this game?
Yeah, no team wants to lose, but the good news is it was just an exhibition game. It's all about getting better at this point in the season. I really thought John Mark Rhodes played a great game. With the exception of that red zone interception, you can't have stuff like that in the regular season, but I thought his decision-making other than that was great. He showed the ability to get outside the pocket and avoid the rush, make good decisions. When nobody was there, he did throw the ball away, or he picked up some yards with his legs. As far as the running game, you're not going to replace Josh Clemens, but I thought that Trey Wofford did a pretty good job, showed the ability to hammer out the tough yardage, and also had the ability of the home run play, as we saw in the opening kickoff, returning it for a touchdown. I thought the run defense played really well. Pass defense, a little suspect here in the early going, but they can work that out before they take on Sandy Creek in the regular season opener.
All right, and back to the highlights. And Sandy Creek's 29-game win streak was not on the line in their matchup with Mary Persons, but don't tell that to the visiting Bulldogs. FPR's Teddy Williams has more.
Picked this one up in the first quarter. Patriots down 6-0, but the offense is on the move. Cole Garvin out to Jaquai Williams. He snares it, avoids the defender, and goes down the sideline for the huge gain. Garvin dropping back to pass, goes over the middle to Joseph Alexander. He bobbles it, and it gets picked off in the end zone for the touchback to kill the drive. Second quarter now, the bad snap goes over the punter's head. He throws it away from the end zone, but Micah Solomon is there for the recovery. So the Patriots take over right on the doorstep. Mike Hilton gets the handoff, fights his way towards the end zone, but the ball pops out. Keeps it 6-0, Mary Persons at the half. Taylor Williams back to pass. Ball slips out of his hands. Colby Kruger is right there to fall on it for the Patriots. But they would get backed up by penalties and forced to punt. The returner muffs the punt, and Maceo Brown is at the bottom of the pile for Sandy Creek to recover. Patriots take over, and this time they capitalize. Delvin Williams getting the pitch. He goes to the outside and finds his way in for the touchdown. Sandy Creek now up 7-6. Fourth quarter now, Macy Zellner in at quarterback, and he is going to keep it and take it all the way in for the touchdown. And the Bulldogs would tack on another and go on to shock Sandy Creek 20-7.
Wow, what a surprising result there, Nathan. Should the Patriot faithful be concerned at all?
No. I don't think so. It's a scrimmage. You know, coaches aren't worried about the final score. They're worried about the greater goal, which at Sandy Creek is to win their 3rd straight state championship. And hey, the starters were actually winning 7-6 when they left the game, so no need to panic, folks. Now, one thing to be concerned about is the red zone turnovers. They did it twice in this game. Coach Walker not happy about that scenario, but I think this team's going to get better and better as the season progresses. A lot of talent on both sides of the ball. This team's going to be just fine, and they will compete for their 3rd straight state title.
Right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have more highlights as we check in on the McIntosh Chiefs playing host to Shaw, and we'll also preview week 1 of the regular season. You're watching Fayette Prep Rally on Comcast Channel 25.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are 2 different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
And we're back here on Fayette Prep Rally, Comcast Channel 25, every Tuesday through Friday at 6 to 8 and 10 p.m. And you can also check us out online at FayettePrepRally.com. Back to the highlights now, and we head over to McIntosh, where the Chiefs were looking to get the 2011 campaign off to a positive start against Shaw. And our own Nathan Shutter was there.
McIntosh looking to get things started on the right foot, taking on Shaw, but it was the visiting Raiders jumping on top early. Chandler Whittlesey connects with Stephen Jeffrey on the slant, and he beats everyone to the end zone. Shaw up 7-0. McIntosh trying to answer. Andrew Johnson hooks up with Bryan White, and he uses his legs to pick up some extra yardage, but the drive would eventually stall. Second quarter now, Shaw up 19-0. Whittlesey hits Levante Williams on the slant route, and he waltzes into the end zone. Raiders in complete control, up 26-0. Chiefs looking for an offensive spark. Johnson finds Jake Turner for a nice gain, but once again the drive would not result in any points. Shaw not having any trouble scoring. Whittlesey airs it out downfield. Jalen Jones catches it in stride for 6. Raiders take a 32-0 lead into the break. Second half, and the Chief defense would step it up. Alex Ostendorf breaks through the line to drop the running back in the backfield for a big loss. Then McIntosh applying some heavy pressure on the quarterback. The pass is complete, but Anderson Kendrick sticks his hat in there to force a fumble, and McIntosh recovers the loose ball. The big defensive play would spark the offense. Brian Floyd pitches it to Matt Sachansky, and he rumbles his way downfield deep into Raider territory. Chiefs would cash in later in the drive. Sachansky powers his way into the end zone for 6, but it wasn't enough as McIntosh falls to Shaw 32-14.
And a first-year head coach, Nathan, for McIntosh. What is their ceiling this year?
I don't think they're quite ready to make the jump to be a playoff team. I think 4 or 5 wins would be a spectacular season and a great job by that coaching staff. A lot of young players on this team. You know, McIntosh not known for making the playoffs, so a jump there is probably too big. I think they get 3 to 5 wins this year, get better every week. You know, this was not a good start in the exhibition game, but I could just tell by being there, they got better every quarter. By the second half, the offense was kind of clicking a little more. The defense was playing well, and that should be their goal every week, is just to get better, get a couple wins on their belt, and kind of build towards next year, where I think that they could have a chance of making the playoffs then.
We'll look for that second year to be an improvement. Time now to look ahead at the first week of the regular season, which kicks off this Friday night, and we start with a big one, Whitewater on the road at Sandy Creek.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Sandy Creek, of course, won last year 20-14. A non-region game, but a good battle of neighborhood rivals here. Patriots put up their 29-game win streak here, hopefully getting to 30 if you're a Patriot fan. The Whitewater secondary looked a little suspect against East Coweta. It'll be interesting to see how the young quarterback at Sandy Creek responds to them.
Now Stars Mill at Coosa.
Yeah, Stars Mill lost their exhibition game versus 5A Pebblebrook 20-6. This is going to be a little bit of a growing pains for Stars Mill early in this season. They defeated Coosa 41-0 last year. Coosa hasn't been to the playoffs since 2008. A lot of new parts to break in for Stars Mill, but this is a game they should and they will win.
And Pike County at McIntosh.
Yeah, Pike County is a AA team. They finished 5-5 last year. McIntosh went on the road last year in their season opener and lost 10-6. This is an important game if they want to compete in 4A for McIntosh. I think this is a team that they need to beat in Pike County. They're at home. Coach Belknap's first game as head coach. I think they really need to put in a good performance and get a victory for the Chiefs.
And Fayette County at Woodland.
Fayette County lost at home last season 34-18 to Woodland. Woodland finished the season just 3-7 last year. 2008 was the first season they even played a region schedule, so this is a very young school. If the Tigers can find a way to win on the road, things set up nicely for a good start to the season. The next two games are at home against Union Grove and Northgate, two teams they played very well last year and actually beat one of them. So I think Fayette County has a chance to really get off to a good start.
Well, good. Well, now we know the matchup, so what are your predictions for this week?
Well, starting with Stars Mill and Coosa, I think Stars Mill takes care of business here. They might get off to a little bit of a slow start, but I like them by at least 2 touchdowns. McIntosh, Pike County, this is going to be a crucial game for McIntosh, I think. This is a game they can win, and I think they will win. Might be by a field goal, but I like them a lot in this one. The Whitewater-Sandy Creek matchup, I really like Sandy Creek. You know, I just think that they're too much for Whitewater, so I like the Patriots in that one. All in all, should be a really fun first week of the regular season football.
And we'll look forward to it. That is going to do it for this week. Catch us back here on Comcast Channel 25 for game highlights and features. Also remember to check us out at FayettePrepRally.com. For Nathan Shutter, I'm Bryan Wise, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next week under the lights.
Grab some wood there, bub.
I'm failing.